Thank you for this opportunity to share a little bit about Jason Poole-Xiong from our perspective as the call committee. First of all, back in June, Pastor Tony shared with us his rostered minister's profile, and we took a peek at that. It showed that Jason had many years of experience with youth ministry. He had lots of technical skills that we were interested in. And in summary, he looked great on paper. He looked like a great candidate, so we were ready to move forward. But being me and who I am, I decided I'm going to give this guy a phone call. So that's what I did. Boy, was I glad I did. What a fantastic conversation we had. It was like an inspiring breath of fresh air. And I don't know if you know what I mean, but sometimes it's been kind of down these days with what's going on in our lives, and you talk to someone who just kind of inspires you. And so that's what this conversation did for me. It was almost like talking to one of my kids, and maybe you can relate to that. It would be one of the good conversations you've had with your kids. So this was a good conversation. So next we moved on to some Zoom meetings, and we actually had an in-person meeting with Jason. And he successfully answered every question we threw at him. And believe me, we threw a lot at him. And he did a great job responding to them. He came across as genuine, open, and honest. He was full of ideas and excitement about being in the ministry and starting his call. So next came reference checks. Those only served to reinforce everything that the call committee saw in Jason. We heard that he was organized and efficient. He was an excellent listener. It was important to hear every person's voice. He connected well with all ages of people. And one thing he didn't share with us that we found as a hidden talent, he's musically talented. We've been told he has a great and amazing voice. We have yet to hear the voice in singing, but we'll look forward to that. In summary, I feel that Jason has a passion for life, for ministry and mission, and for sharing the message of God's love, grace, and forgiveness for all of his children. I see Jason as a blessing from God. Sent as a spark or a light to our church and our community to help guide us, especially during these current challenging times when our world can often seem so dark, so divided, and so upside down. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jason Poole-Xiong, and it is an honor to be with you today. I am also excited at the possibility of joining you in ministry as your associate pastor. I am a lifelong Lutheran who grew up in the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan, and my parents brought me to church every Sunday growing up. And they enjoyed their involvement in the church and modeled a variety of mission opportunities for me. It seemed only natural to follow in their faithfulness. I am a second career pastor. I spent 15 amazing and successful years in the hotel industry, beginning work at a front desk right after high school and eventually working as a general manager for 7 years. And during my professional career, I was also involved in congregational ministry of a congregation at the same time. And so this has given me congregational ministry experience in worship leadership, administration, and youth ministry, my strongest passion and love. We are living in a world right now where the ministry of our congregations looks and feels very different from the past. And I believe that while we gather differently and our church building may not be open full-time, the church has not and never has closed. I feel called to our Saviors because of the ministry you have done, the ministry you are doing, and the future ministry you are discerning. God is calling us, the church, to proclaim the good news of the gospel in different and new ways. And I am very excited to see what that looks like and to accompany you on that journey. There is much we can accomplish together. Even now, in fact, more people are looking for God and a faith community. Worship across the ELCA has actually increased during this time of COVID. People who would not normally come into the sanctuary, who may not feel comfortable coming into a church sanctuary, are feeling welcome and open to joining online worship and finding hope and comfort in the message that the church offers. I look forward to meeting each of you in creative and safe ways appropriate to these times. May the peace and wisdom of God be with us all during these challenging days.